Are you tired of the endless dieting? Try this diet, you try that diet, but only find yourself back where you started? If so, you're not alone. Many of us have been there. I know I've been there. I have tried everything that I could think of trying to lose the weight. I've had two bariatric surgeries only to gain the weight back. Right? I was left feeling frustrated and defeated, honestly, right? I was exhausted because I didn't know what else I could do to get this weight off. I would starve myself, white knuckling it, trying to not eat a lot, but the scale wouldn't even move, right? But what if I told you that losing weight on Zepbound or Wegovy can be different? Um, in this episode, I'll share what's been working for me, right? What's helped me start to really shed these pounds, right? Without the constant worry of gaining the weight back, right? I'll also share my non-scale victories with you too. I believe that these GLP-1 medications like Zepbound, Ozempic, Manjaro, Wegovy are proving to be a sustainable weight loss solution for us. They are really hot on the market. There are even more medications like these and then kind of next level version of these coming out. They're in trials now. So I believe that this is going to be a sustainable solution for us, one that will empower you to feel confident and have control, right? Because for a long time, I didn't feel like I had any control over my eating, over this, the cravings, this head hunger. I didn't have any control until now. Okay. Now, you're going to want to stay to the end. You're going to want to stay to the end of this episode because I had one of the greatest weight loss weeks that I've ever had, and I want to share it with you. So let's jump in. Hello, bold, brave, and brilliant ladies and gentlemen. Always say I have a community of amazing, brilliant women and a few good men. Hello, and welcome to Zepbound Journey with Ange. I'm Angela Durant, and my friends call me Ange, and so can you. If you're new here, I want to extend a warm welcome to you. And if you are ride or dies, you've been here a long time, I just want to say welcome back and thank you so much for being here with us on this journey. Now, I understand what it's like to want to lose weight for sure, right? To try everything. Like I mentioned, I've had two bariatric surgeries, and those are really nothing to play with, right? They're really dangerous. And I was very scared, especially with the first one I had was the lap band, which was the safer, quote unquote, safer version, right? There was no real cutting or rewiring of anything. But then the second one was the gastric bypass. And I thought that with that one, I was really afraid to have it. I did lose weight with both of them. I lost more weight with the band, which was surprising to my doctor and everybody. Lost 157 pounds. At the time, I was like 332 pounds. And so I lost like half my body, right? And I was doing great. I was able to maintain it for about 5 years, and then the weight started creeping back on again. Eventually, I had the band removed, and then I had gastric bypass surgery. And with that, I only lost about 30 pounds, right? So some of you may be asking, right? Some of you may be asking, well, Ange, if you couldn't keep the weight off with surgery, why do you think that Zepbound will be any different? So I want to address that. I want to address that because I don't know. None of us know for sure 5-10 years from now if we'll be able to keep the weight off, right? I'm hoping and I'm praying that this is my final solution to fix this problem, right? But what I can tell you is that it's different. For me, I definitely suffer from the disease of obesity. I am somebody who struggled with obesity since I was about 7 years old. And I will tell you that what bariatric surgery did was they impacted the tummy for the most part, right? And it was really about restriction. They restricted the amount of food that I could eat. But my issue was that I could still eat even if I was full, right? So if a medication makes you feel full longer, right? You have that satiety. For me, I would still be searching for food. Like I would still go to the fridge after we came back from having like Chinese food dinner. Like I'm still looking for something. And that we call in this community head hunger, right? That food noise that we have that happens in our brain. And I will tell you that restriction, I could, I'm tricky, right? I could, a milkshake goes down really well with restriction, right? Right? You can't restrict the liquids that way. But what I'll tell you is that for me, it was never about the feeling of fullness. It was about, and maybe it's a chemical imbalance in my brain, but I will tell you that it definitely had to do with the brain. And with this medication, it affects your tummy, but it also sends hormones, right? Hormones that are, it mimics hormones that are already in our bodies, but to our brain, to our hypothalamus. And I always think of it as, right, my brain is there, and the old brain would be like, food, you show me food, I've got to have it, right? And the new brain on, like this is your brain, right? With food out, you're like, oh my goodness, with the fridge wide open, right? This is your brain without Zepbound. And then this is your brain on Zepbound. My brain on Zepbound was like, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. I'll have a little bit of that and then I'm satisfied. Thank you, right? I could just keep it moving, right? So I always think of it like a guard is standing outside of my brain, like, nope, you're not getting in today, right? No cravings today. Sorry, come back next time, right? And that's how it's made me feel. And the way that it works for me, is it shuts it down, right? It doesn't, I still get hungry. My belly could still be hungry, but I can sit for hours even with the stomach that's growling, right? I always say that the hunger, right? That hunger is like a beast, right? But taking Zepbound has put the beast on the leash. It is on a leash. I'm like, you need to take 2 seats and we'll be with you momentarily. Like, you're going to eat. Don't worry. You're going to eat. You're not going to starve, but not right now. Right. And so it gives me and so many people in our community a sense of control, right? You have your control back, right? I don't feel like I'm a slave to the food anymore. And that's really how I felt. I felt like I was a slave to the food. And every time I would say, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to overeat, I'm only going to have this, I would get there, be so tempted, and then eat that and more, right? So now I'm the master, right? I'm the master and it is on a leash, right? And that is the difference. And to me, that is a game-changing difference, right? I haven't had anything that impacted the brain, right? The focus was always on satiety or restriction, right? And that wasn't enough for me. I really needed something that changed that impacted my brain, right? And I don't know, my brain chemistry was just off. I don't know, because when I talk to other people, they're like, I don't really relate to what you're experiencing, right? And I would say, I just feel like I need to have something else. And they're like, but you just ate, right? Or I heard somebody say that they were eating one meal and they were having breakfast or something, and they were already planning what they were going to have for lunch and dinner, right? They were already thinking about the food. Where most people are like, I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm just going to finish enjoying my breakfast and go about my day, and we'll figure that out later, right? But not people, that suffer from the disease of obesity like myself. Okay, so that's the reason why I believe that long-term, and they're going to have other medications come out too, but I believe, number one, I'm going to be on the medication for life unless something changes with what comes out. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I want the control. I don't want to ever be a slave to the food again. Like I never want to be in that situation again. So that is why I think it's going to be different this time. And that's why I have so much hope for this, right? I think it's, pretty amazing what it can do, really a game changer in the field of weight loss, right? And it does so many other great things aside from just helping you lose weight. And so again, you might be asking, but is this medication going to work long term? I hope so. I hope it will work long term. What we know now is that the answer is yes, that it does work. It's going to be working, but you have to keep taking it, right? We got to keep taking it for it to work. We have to keep taking it for it to continue to work. The next thing is you may be asking, well, how I'm slimming down on Zepbound. So I want to share with you. What I've been doing, right? One of the big lessons that I learned last week or the week before was that I wasn't getting enough protein in because I was very, very resistant to journaling my food. And now I'm journaling my food. Is it perfect? Am I done this? Do I have every little morsel in there? No. But I'm doing a much better job. I'm more conscious of what I'm eating. So I'm looking at, protein and and calories so that I know I'm getting the nutrients in that I need to. So that's one thing. The second thing is this is my second week. I've been taking it on Sundays. I've moved, shifted around on the days that I take the injection, the medication, because my doctor had me taking it, spreading it out 10 days instead of 7 days because of the shortage. But now I'm back to 7 days again. So I was taking it on a Thursday. Now I'm taking it on Sunday, right? And your boy, right? My guy, right? My sweetheart, right? My husband last week gave me the shot in my left arm, and we almost fired him. He almost got fired because he was like, "Okay, here you go, one click and done." I was like, "No, no, no! It has to be 2 clicks and hold it in place till like 10 seconds." So all was fine. All the medication went in. It was fine. And so I gave him another try, gave him another chance to redeem himself this week, right? So he gave it to me in my right arm, right? Because I like to rotate, and you can still give it to yourself in the same arm, but not the same place. They said choose a different injection site. So I just switched it to my right arm this week. And he did it perfectly. He did it like a champ. I was really proud of him. I was going to give him the gold medal for giving me the injection. He did a great job. So what I want to share with you around injection sites, because I think I talked about this a little bit last week, but I am really conscious of how potent it feels in the different locations. And before, I take it in different locations and I didn't really tell a difference. But now I can. Like now, so far, the arm has given me a better result. It feels like it's more intense than the one in the thigh or the one in the tummy. So I don't know. Let me know if you've noticed a difference in when you get your injection, if it's more powerful in one location or the other. Zepbound, Eli Lilly makes Zepbound, and Eli Lilly says that you should do the tummy area, you should do the thigh, or the back of the arm with assistance, with somebody helping you. Okay, but let me know. I'm curious if it affects other people differently. In the beginning, I couldn't tell any difference between any of them. So definitely let me know. Okay, so the first thing was the food journal. The second thing is the shot in the arm is really powerful, so that's helping. And strength training. So I've added strength training. And I was doing a little bit before, but I was really focusing on cardio. And I'm taking long walks and, getting on the treadmill, listen to my music. That's one of the things that makes it easier for me to work out because I'm not like loving working out. But listening to music, and then I might do some weights, but now I'm making it a focus, right? So this morning, for example, I walked my dog. We took about a 30-40 minute walk and came back. And in my mind, I was like, you got to get in. That's cardio. That's fine. That's your warm up. You got to go get in the weight training. So I took my dog back, we fed her, and then I left and went into the gym to do my strength training. And I did upper body and lower body. So that's what I'm doing to try and help. I have my skin is jiggly, right? So I'm trying to firm it up a little bit. I was talking to somebody today and I said, under all this tummy is a six pack, right? It just hasn't revealed itself yet, but there's a six pack under here. Um, so that's what I'm doing. That strength training. Plus, I'm doing both. I'm doing the cardio too, but I'm definitely focusing on that strength training. And right after I do the strength training, I'll have like a protein drink or I'll make eggs. I'll get protein into my body. Right. A friend of mine the other day said, yeah, because that muscle tissue, that's expensive tissue. We got to take good care of that tissue. That's expensive tissue. So I want to make sure that I get, some protein in me right after a workout like that so I can recover faster. Okay. And then the last thing, I mean, there's so many things, but the last thing on my list for you today is rest, getting enough sleep. It makes a difference. It really does make a difference on how you're feeling, how much energy you have. I feel like it aids you in the weight loss process. So you got to get your rest. You have to take time to recover, to get a good night's sleep. I mean, I've been sleeping like a baby. And the biggest thing, I think the biggest reason why is because of having sleep apnea, right? Before I was like snoring, coughing in the middle of the night, stop, my breathing, which is scary. And now I'm sleeping like a baby. Right. When I woke up, my husband's like, how'd you sleep? I was like, oh, so good. It was so good. It was so good. Right. So that's been really great. That's been really great. And I really, am encouraging you to get a good night's sleep. It doesn't seem like, oh, sleep, whatever, but it really does make a difference. So please, that's something that's helped me. And I think it could help you too. One question in the back of my mind has been, can the food noise come back? Can the food noise come back? I've heard people say after they hit, I'm on 12.5 milligrams of Zepbound, but the next up is 15, right? I'm trying to stay on 12.5 as long as I can because it's working for me, right? And it's in supply. I'm able to get it. But I've heard people say they're on the max and the food noise is starting to return. And that is a little scary for me. I'm like, oh no, I hope that the food noise doesn't come back, right? I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't come back. Some people are saying that it's coming back for them. So I don't know. For that, I can't say. I'm just taking it one day at a time, doing the best that I can and losing as much weight as I can to get it off, right? I'm hoping that it doesn't come back or they tweak the medication and somehow they have a 2.0 version of the medication. I'll be the first in line, right, for that. And I'm hoping for all of us that isn't, because I need that food noise gone. I need that beast. They can't unleash the beast, right? They got to keep that beast on a leash, okay? So, I know some people were asking about that, so I wanted to address it. And then the final thing that I wanted to share with you is I wanted to share with you these non-scale victories. Non-scale victories. One of them I said, the snoring is pretty much almost gone. I've been sleeping peacefully through the night. The other one is I lowered my A1C. So, before I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, and I am out of that range. I am now fitting into my clothes a little bit better. I want to show you because remember I was telling you at the retreat, the women brought clothes and I had all these clothes and some of them were, I was like, I'm keeping it. I can't fit it yet, but I'm keeping it, right? And so I want to show you what I'm wearing today because this little skirt is something that I got from the retreat. It still had the tags on it. This is a skirt that I have. I'm wearing a blazer today. I've always liked tailored fitted clothes, but as a plus size woman, I couldn't always find it, find nice clothes that fit me. So I do my best to find clothes. But this is me. This is me. I do have on a shapewear underneath to keep everything smooth, right? As smooth as I can. I don't always wear it, but today I did with this skirt. But I wanted you to see it, see what I'm looking like, okay? And I was so excited when I tried the skirt and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And it still had the tags on it. I was like, it's so cute. I'm so excited to wear it. So I took a picture and I actually posted it in the Facebook group. For those of you who haven't joined the challenge, come over, come join the challenge with us. We are losing weight. So join the challenge. It's a 6-week challenge where we only been in 1 week so far, and we may continue to do it. So if you're watching this video at another time, you might be able to join the challenge. But I want you to tune in for that. Come on over for that. And I will put the link to the Facebook group in the comments, in the description, so you can join us there. But I did post a picture of this cute little dress, this cute little skirt in that in our group. And one of the best parts of for me has been really having all of you. Right. So these are non-scale victories. For me, it's really having this community. I didn't know when I first started in February, when I started this group, I didn't know, really what to expect. I was just hoping, even if I know if one person was going to come, but I thought maybe if one person comes, at least I can share my weight loss with them, share what's my journey with them, hopefully encourage them. I had no idea that we would be over 2,500 strong. And that's still a small channel, right? There are people who have 100,000 people in their channel, in their community. But I feel like we're really a community. And I feel like I'm getting to know all of you, not all of you, but a lot of you. And please subscribe if you haven't. It really helps our channel. Just hit the subscribe button. It's easy. It's free. Please subscribe. We'd love to have you. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. But one of the non-scale victories for me is really having this community. Really, some people have joined, some of my friends have joined, and they're like, wow, it's really engaged in there. Like there, you get some great comments, right? And it's very encouraging. And just as much as each of you say that you're inspired and you're encouraged, I am too. And before I take a bite of something that I shouldn't have, I think about my community, right? I'm like, you got to weigh in, right? But it really has been a blessing for me. And so I thank each and every one of you for showing up, for being here, for your kind words. This is such a kind and caring and compassionate community. It really is. And I will say, I know every community is not like that. And I will say that I feel like everybody has everybody's back. Right? They're like, you got this, you can do it. Let's do this. Right. And that means a lot, because society is not always kind to people who struggle with the disease of obesity. They are not. They judge us. Right. And I used to say that I was the biggest person in the room, but it was like I was invisible. Like nobody saw me. Nobody came to talk to me. Right. And so there still is a stigma that comes with being overweight or obese. There is, right? And so being in this community, there isn't, right? There isn't. People are here just to simply support you, right? And encourage you. And so I want to thank you for that, because that is a victory that I did not anticipate, but it warms my heart every single time you leave a comment. Now in the Facebook group, I get to see pictures of you, right? You guys get to see me and see what I look like, but I'm a visual person. That's why I always stand up and show you what I look like, because I'm a visual person. And so I'm a kinesthetic person, like hands-on too. But I love seeing pictures of you, because it's like, oh, that's Ann, or like, oh, that's my girl Lisa, or oh, that is, Beverly. So I love seeing you guys. So thank you so very much. That has been a blessing for me. Um, and so the last thing that I wanted to share with you is that, again, we are having a challenge right now. And this is the juicy part that I want to share with you, right? So we're having a challenge right now. And my goal is, the goal I set for myself, and it's just for me. So you're going to set your own goals. My goal is to lose 20 pounds, to see if I can lose 20 pounds by my birthday. My birthday is September the 25th. I'm a Libra, right? And I wanted to, and I will be 54 years old. And in celebration of my birthday, right? I have a friend that says, I'm going to be fly till I die. I want to be fly till I die, right? So I want to be snatched, right? So I said, well, what would be a great gift for me to give myself is 20 pounds down, 20 pounds down, right? So that was the reason why I created the group. And then some people have a 5-pound goal, 10 pound, 15, right? 20, right? Whatever it is for you. And so I want to share with you that my starting weight in this journey back in February was 296 pounds, right? Last week, I weighed in at 244 pounds. You probably remember that, right? I did a post about that, right? It gave me a total of 52 pounds down, right? 52 pounds down, which was very exciting, crossing over that 50-pound mark and being 52 pounds down. Yesterday, I weighed in because every Monday we're doing weigh-ins in our Facebook group, right, for this challenge. And I thought I was working so hard all week. I was like, I thought I did pretty good, right? Not perfect, but pretty good. And the scale said 242.2 pounds. So I was like, okay. So I lost weight. I lost 1.8 pounds. But I was thinking I should have lost more. But I was like, okay, I'll take it. A loss is a loss. But I was like trying to calculate how much I need to lose in 5 weeks now in order to hit my goal, right? Well, this exciting, juicy news that I want to share with you today. The juicy, exciting news I want to share with you today is, drum roll please, this morning, I weighed in on the scale, right? And I weigh myself almost every morning. Something I like to do, get up in the morning, weigh myself. Almost every morning, not every morning, but almost every morning, right? And I have a friend who says, she says, I take everything off. I even take my makeup off when I weigh myself. That was so funny. But I do too. Like I take the things off, right? I don't want my wedding ring. I don't want anything to add any extra weight on the scale, right? And so when you see pictures of me taking pictures of the scale, you won't see my feet, right? Because I don't have my nightgown or anything on, right? So I just take a picture of the number, right? So this morning I weighed myself, and this is what the scale said. I'm going to share it with you. Hang on a second. I'm going to share it with you. The scale said that I know the suspense, right? The scale said that I was 238.4 pounds. That's a loss of 5.6 pounds since I saw you last on YouTube. 5.6 pounds. Now, my first week, I lost a lot of weight, but I haven't lost that much weight since ever, other than the first week. 5.6 pounds I was down, right? Giving me a total weight loss. Okay, let me pull this picture up here. So this is the scale, 238.4 pounds. Yay! Okay, we're in the 230s now. Okay. Giving me a total weight loss from when I started on Zepbound till now of 57.6 pounds. 57.6 pounds. Can you believe it? Wow, that is amazing. I was just blown away when I saw that. I was just blown away. And so, of course, the first thing I did was I ran to go put on this little skirt. I was like, I couldn't fit it before, but let me see if I can fit it now. I'm like, I got to take pictures in this skirt. So, and whenever you see pictures of me, my son Duke is taking pictures of me. He's 14, and he's like, "Okay, mom." I was like, "Can you take pictures, please, for my thumbnails? Can you take pictures?" So he took this picture of me in my little, it's like a tangerine red skirt and 57. So I'm so close to 60 pounds. I'm knocking on 60 pounds door. Super, super close. So I was so excited. I was like, I got to share this with the community. I thought, I was just speechless. I couldn't believe that had lost so much weight, but happy, very, very happy about it. And I wanted to just encourage each and every one of you. Every week is different. Some weeks you have a higher amount. Some weeks we're flat. With me, I traveled. I come back 6 pounds heavier, right? It happens. It's part of the journey. I just chalk it up to being part of the journey, right? And so don't be discouraged if you didn't lose any weight this week. Don't be discouraged. Just learn from it, right? For me, journaling my food, right? Getting the protein in was big. So I've been more focused on that because I was like, I'm good. Not really. Not really. Okay. So I hope that this has served you. I hope this has given you value. I hope you enjoyed the episode. For those of you who have not subscribed yet, because there's so many of you watching, please subscribe. That really helps us build our channel and helps YouTube, the algorithm, push it out to more people so they can find us. Okay. And then also leave your comments or your questions. I would love to connect with you. And I know I still have a few of you I got to get back to. I promise. I answer every single one, and it's me. It's me. So I will answer every single comment and every single question that you might have. So please feel free to do that. And with that, I want you to go out there. You know what I like to say. I want you to be bold, because it takes boldness to take on a challenge to lose weight in 6 weeks. It takes boldness. So come join us. I would love for you to join us. The more, the merrier. And post your pictures. I would love to see what you look like, because I don't get a chance to see what you look like. So it takes boldness to do that. And you got to be brave, right? You got to be bold and you got to be brave. It takes courage to go on this journey. I know people who have GLP medication in their fridge, afraid to take it. Right. I'm like, you got to take it. Your doctor prescribed it. You got to take it. Right. But it takes courage to be out there and to lead. Right. You're really leading this effort. Did you know that I was on the earnings call for Eli Lilly? They make both Zepbound and Mounjaro. And they said, if I heard it right, 160,000 people are going on these GLP-1 medications every week. If I heard it right, it was 160,000 people. That's so many people joining. They're just joining that, going on the medication. So you are on the front end of it. There's so many people coming behind you. And so I not only want you to be brave and have courage, I want you to be brilliant, because you are. And that means you show up and you shine, right? You don't hide, you don't dim your light. You show up and you shine. There's so many people that are watching you. They are watching you. They're looking at the transformation. They're like, let me see. Did she do something different? Is it her hair? Right? There's something about you that looks different, right? And I find that as you're going on this journey, there's a transformation happening, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. And it radiates, right? You glow, right? You glow. I saw some of the pictures. I was like, okay. Right? Some before and after. Some of the pictures of you are not even recognizable. Like, I wouldn't even have put those two images together and said that was the same person. Not even recognizable. Some of you look so much younger, right? The original pictures, like grandma. The new picture, the transformed pictures, like, cute, all cuteness, right? It's hot mamas, right? But I really want you to show up and shine, because sometimes, I don't know about for you, but for me, having that weight, can cast a shadow over us, right? Can cast a shadow over me, right? Where I don't feel as confident as I could, right? I'm a pretty confident woman already, but I know that there's more, right? That I know that God has placed more in me, more for me to do, more lives to impact, right? I love that we have YouTube as a vehicle that I can connect with so many of you, right? And I'm showing up and I'm going to shine. I'm going to shine my light, right? And I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. And when you do it, the people who are looking at you, who are following you, will have the courage to do the same. So go out there, be bold, be brave, and be brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye for now.